What's up guys, welcome to the first video on learning terminal or command line. So I want you to open terminal. I'm on a Mac computer, so it's terminal for me. On Linux, any type of Linux, it'll be very similar, if not the same commands. And then if you're on Windows, I recommend downloading PowerShell or Cygwin. They're very good and very similar to terminal on Mac, and you'll be able to follow along. So when you open up terminal, it'll give you a little prompt like this. You'll notice a little squiggly. This is your home directory and then the name of the user. So the user has been Awad, so I've been Awad here. So this squiggly signifies something important. This is your home folder. And you can just have the home folder open on bin Awad and Finder here. And you can see I have all these folders here. But I currently have, you could think of this as the home folder open on my terminal, and I don't see anything. So how do I actually see files? If you type ls and hit enter, it'll display all the files and folders in your terminal. Notice there looks like there's a lot more here than there is over there. Notice how there's these dots in front of them. With ls, it doesn't show those by default. You have to do it a special with this flag, which we won't talk about right now. So if we just type ls, we'll see some different folders, documents, downloads, and you'll see same thing is over here. Now, similar to Finder, I can click in. So let's say I want to go to the desktop. I can click on the desktop item, and it'll just go right into the desktop. Now, to do the same thing in terminal, it's called cd. It stands for change directory, and then you would move into, say, the desktop. And you hit enter. And now you notice how this changes from a squiggly to the word desktop. You have now moved to the desktop folder. And now we can do ls, and we'll notice different folders and files are now here. Now, in Finder, I can hit this back arrow, and it'll take me up a directory. Now, this sometimes doesn't always take you back, but for now, let's say it takes you back up to the main. To do that in terminal, you use cd dot dot. Dot dot means you go up a directory. So you notice I'm back down to the squiggly, and I can cd back to desktop, and we now have desktop. Now, notice when I did cd desktop, that is what's called a relative path. So in Finder here, I can see desktop. It's inside my home directory. It is basically anything that is, you're telling it from the current location that you're in, how do you get to the destination? So from the home folder, all I do is I move directly to desktop. But let's say from desktop, how would I get to, say, the documents? Well, I would cd, I would first go up a directory, taking me to the home, and then I would then go to documents. And that's basically the path to get to documents. So if I type enter, and that's a relative path, because I'm saying relative to desktop, I go up to and then to documents. Now a different way is this is called an absolute path. So I can do the tilde, which means the home directory, and then the tilde is special. You can't, for example, I couldn't just say start at desktop and then go to, something else. So for example, a folder you have on your desktop. The tilde is special. So this would be an absolute path. So I could go from any folder, I could do cd tilde and then go into downloads, for example. So for example, if I want to get over to documents, I could do this, documents, tilde documents. But in documents, I couldn't just cd downloads. Because there is no folder in documents, so we just do an ls. These are the folders in my documents folder. You'll notice none of these are downloads. So you can't just say cd downloads. If I want to get to CDs, or to get to downloads from documents, I have two ways. I can do a relative path, where I can go up one and then go to downloads. Or I can do the absolute path, where I do, starting from the home directory, I then go to downloads. Like that. Both of those work. And you can go like this as many times as you want. Each time you're going up a directory. So for example, we could go all the way up to the very top of the computer. So we're currently at slash, which is the top of the computer. And then we can go back to our home by just doing cd, and then the squiggly will take us back to the home directory. So this is how you would navigate around different folders, by cding different places, and then you do ls to look at the files inside the folders that you're in. And so there's two different ways. You could either do it with absolute or relative. They're the two ways you can move around and tell them where to go using CD. So that's kind of the basics of how CD works.